Welcome back to the Anti Madden channel. We are back with another Man Blitz Beaters segment, and in this segment, we're going to be looking at the gun stack Y flex formation. The play we're going to be using is the fade out. I'm going to run this real quickly up against the Dime 146 DB Sting. And first, I want to start off by showing you something. So here's the blitz we're going up against. It's basically all four of our wide receivers are manned up. Here's our play art. We've basically got a wheel route from Amendola. We've got a 10-yard, 12-yard dig by Hogan, and then we got two post routes going. So the way we set this up is we're going to motion the tight end in, then we're going to max protect. Everybody's blocking, and then we're going to slide the protection to the right. So same thing we're going to do is we're going to drop back. We're going to slide to our right, and we're going to be looking for Amendola on the wheel. Now, this is what I wanted to show you. So we drop back. We look for Amendola. And the one thing I wanted to tell you is basically personnel matters. So right here, Amendola can't get behind. That route that we're looking at, it doesn't work with Amendola. Why? Because Amendola is not fast enough. So if you're going to run this particular play, and a lot of plays in this game, you need to have the right personnel on the field. So if I come back into here and I'm going to put in Brandon Cooks in the slot, who's much faster. Let's see, what's his speed anyway? Let's check out his speed real quick. His speed is probably 5 fast. Yeah, well, look at that, 96 compared to Amendola on 84. So Amendola will never get behind coverage on anybody, not with that type of speed. So Brandon Cooks is a 96. That's going to get behind most DBs in this game. So we want to have Brandon Cooks there. And just make sure whatever team you're running with, make sure you put in somebody. If you run this play, make sure you put somebody in who can actually get behind this route. And the simple way to do it is just go into practice mode and see if he'll get behind the defender on any kind of man blitz. But against this, we're just going to run the play. So I want to show you straight up. We already just went over it. It's basically motion over the tight end, Gronkowski, max protect, and then slide the protection right. You actually have two options on this play. You can look for Hogan on the out, or you can look for Brandon Cooks on the wheel. Now, this also works on off coverage and man coverage. So first time we're going to go press. So we're going to press the coverage, which will make it actually, I think, a little bit easier for Brandon Cooks to get behind his defender. So we drop back, 1,000, 2,000, and then you actually just lob it, and you're looking for Brandon Cooks to get behind the defender. Right there, the defender actually stayed with it up the field. One thing I would say about this play is the success rate is probably a little bit lower, or even a lot lower than some of the other man blitz plays I've done. It's probably about 60% in terms of success rate. So bearing that in mind, we're not going to run this all the time, but you can get down the field with this for a one-play touchdown, just in the event that you want to go deep on somebody. So we're looking, and right there, the running back didn't block. So we've already had two misfires right here, and that's what I mean with this play, is that it's not completely, 90. It's not a high percentage, not as high as you actually might even want. So this might be a play that either is maybe not for you, or if you've got somebody with a 96 speed like this, he's just literally going to outrun the defender. Now right here, he's doing I think it's that Iloka. He's doing a really good job of actually staying with it. And I haven't been able to complete anything yet, so that's 3 times we've come up with 0. But that's only because I'm not looking for Hogan deep. I'm trying to hit this deep route right here, just to show you that you can hit it. So the deep route is something that's not as high probability. High probability play is the first read. That would be your second read. The first read is Hogan on the out route. So you can drop back, drop to your right, 1,000, 2. Boom, you can hit Hogan on this out route, and that is much more of 80%, 90% range where you can throw that, but it's just not the deep play down the field. So it's all up to you deciding on what you want to do in terms of beating this man blitz. Do you want to go for the short stuff, just move the chains type play like this, where the separation is just good enough for him to get out of bounds? Or do you want to go all out and go for a touchdown and basically really make your opponent hurt by going for the deep ball, which takes a little bit longer because you need them to get down the field. But if you got somebody fast, you can outrun them for the touchdown. So with somebody like Cooks, you might want to go for the deep route. But if you've got a team that has slower receivers, you might want to just use this play as a move the chains man's blitz beater. So we ran this all those times against press. Just want to run it against off coverage just to show you that it actually works on off coverage. And I think you can still even hit Brandon Cooks against off coverage. So we max protect to slide the protection. That's what our play art looks like. And then we just drop back 1, 2, 3. You almost want to throw it when Cooks is even with the defender, and he should get behind that defender. He actually does take a little bit longer for that route to work because you're trying to throw it before. You're trying to throw it all the way down the field. You need about 3 seconds, maybe even 3.5. But if you want to throw to Hogan, it's like 1, 2, 3, and bam, you can hit Hogan. But he's not going to get a big play. So it does work against this. Let's try this against the mid blitz, which is another fast blitz, which we might even do under smoke, mix it up. So here's mid blitz, and it's out of the stack Y flex, fade out. So let's press the coverage first, and then let's just bring this guy down here and blitz him too. So we got 7 guys blitzing. So if we got 7 guys blitzing, that means we're going to need to pick up the blitz with 7 blocking. We're going to pick it up with Gronk, max protect, slide the protection, drop back, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3. Now that is overthrown, so that's what happens too. So that's why that also factors into the lower success rate, is that sometimes you get this overthrow, which I don't know why, because I didn't feel like I had any pressure on me right there. And even with Tom Brady, we end up throwing the ball and overthrowing it. So it's all up to what you think on what you want to go with. But this play is literally a touchdown. Your opponent runs a man blitz, and you get that separation right there. It's a touchdown every time. Let's run it off coverage just to show you that you can actually still get the ball to Cooks. And I remember, again, every time, if you wanted to hit Hogan too, he's open too. But I'm just showing you the deep route because that's more lethal in terms of getting that touchdown. And I got to say, the offensive line for the Patriots a little bit better than the Chargers that I was using in other videos, because I really don't feel any pressure with this one. There was another overthrow right there. Max protect, slide the protection right, and then we're just going to kind of drop back to our right. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000. Make sure you still keep your eye on the line just to make sure. Look at this overthrow. Make sure you keep your eye on the line just to make sure that no defender actually, block sheds too quickly. If you block sheds quick, you're gonna have to throw the ball away. And really, what you need is on this play, you need about 3 seconds. So let's try this one more time if we can see if we can get in there. But we keep that's overthrow too. So I don't know. Maybe I'm not hitting the button right, because to me it looks like Brandon Cooks is getting behind his defender. Maybe if I put a little bit, instead of lobbing it up, put a little bit of a harder pass on this. Try that one more time. Drop back. I'm going to throw it with a little. Oh, wow. I wasn't even looking. I think I took too long on that play. And like I said, it's iffy whether you want to use this, just because it's not as high probability if you want to hit this Cooks route. But let me just see if I can throw this a little harder. I mean, I threw it harder there and Cooks caught it, but you're going to have to practice with that. I'd say it's still there, but you're going to have to practice if you want to get it down where you can get a high probability. But anyway, that's the play. This is going to do it for this segment. Stay tuned for more videos on the Man Blitz. I'm going to do probably a couple more Man Blitz beaters, because I'm sure that all of you have different playbooks, and so I'm looking for different plays out of different playbooks where you can actually beat the Man Blitz, whether it's off coverage or pressed, because it's a little bit different for off coverage and presses. There's way many more Man Blitz beaters for off coverage than there are for press coverage, because some of these guys have some really fast press coverage blitzes, and you really need to be able to throw the ball within, I'd say, 2 to 3 seconds. Trying to throw the ball 3-4 seconds, you're not going to have a lot of time to do that. So till next time, Anti Madden is out. Peace.